Hey guys, hope y'all doing good and enjoying this summer weather. It's been a little bit warm here in Virginia with the temperatures up in the 90s, so I've been trying to stay cool. But yesterday I did manage to get out and go over town and do a little shopping, and I went to my favorite store, Ollie's Bargain Outlet. I don't know if any of y'all heard of it or ever been to it, but Ollie's, it's one of my favorite stores, and you can find lots of great deals in there. And one of the things I like to shop for is books at Ollie's. They have lots of great books at great deals, and whenever I go in there, I always got to make a beeline to the book section and browse and see if I can find me a book or two or several to put on my to-be read list. And throughout the years, I've gotten lots of great books from there. I've gotten some bargain books from Colleen Hoover, Debbie May Homer, Nora Roberts, or John Grisham, you name it, they've got everything. And so on my latest shopping expedition, I did manage to buy a few books, and so I figured I'd share them with you today. Up next is a goodie that I'm sure most of y'all have read or are anxious to read or may want to read, and it is Virgin River, Temptation Ridge by Robin Carr. And again, this one was $3.99, and I found many books in the Virgin River series up at Ollie's, and I've already got several of them. I haven't read them yet, but they're on my to-be read list, so I'm planning on getting to them this summer. Hopefully, fingers crossed, not unless I keep adding more and more and my to-be read list gets higher and higher. But like I said, I already got several of them, and whenever I see a Virgin River series on there, I grab it because I'm anxious to collect all the series and start reading them in order. I haven't seen the TV show yet. I've heard it's really good, but I figured I'd read the books first before I get to the series. So Temptation Ridge, it follows the love story of Shelby and Luke. Shelby's a young 25-year-old who's taking care of her mother and is also trying to look for love herself. And so far she hasn't had any luck, but then she meets Luke, who is a former Black Hawk pilot, and he's a bit of a commitment phobe. And so even though Shelby and Luke are opposites, they find themselves falling in love. And so it sounds like a beautiful story, and I'm anxious to get to this. And well, first I gotta start with the very first book of the Virgin River series, but like I said, it's on my list, and I'm definitely gonna get to it sometime. But I'm anxious to read that and get through to the other series and the other books in the Virgin River series. Okay, and last but not least, this one is anthology. It's called The Wishing Quilt. See, it's right there. It's got books by Jody Thomas, Lori Wild, and Patience Griffin. So it's a little anthology series, and again, as you can see, only $3.99. Okay, so the free stories, they involve romance, and of course there's like quilting or a quilt at the center of it. So I'm just going to read off like some of the stories and a little bit of the excerpt. Jody Thomas, she wrote The Secret Wish, and it has the little town of Wildway, Texas may as well be named Last Chance as far as Avery Cleveland is concerned. Running her late grandmother's quilt shop is the only way to build back her life after losing her dancing career. But local sheriff Daniel Salas is stunned by Avery's beauty and spirit and hopes to show her how to stitch brand new dreams together. Okay, and next we have Wish Upon a Wedding by Lori Wild. Ellie Winter's sister is holding a quilting bee has a bachelorette party creating a memory quilt for the grandmother. If only the event weren't happening at the ranch where Ellie spent childhood summers, now owned by the man she can't forget. 4 days surely isn't enough time to fall in love again, but what about 4 long hot summer nights? Ooh, sounds tempting. And last but not least, we have When You Wish Upon a Quilt by Patience Griffin. Paige Holliday's last visit to the International Quilt Festival in Houston ended in heartbreak. It seems like all the women in her family are unlucky in love. So at this year's festival, Paige is focused solely on business till a gorgeous cowboy crosses her path, ready to turn her life and to look around. Yeah, so it does sound like a pretty good anthology, and that's one of the things I love. I love sweet romance, and these kind of like have like maybe a little bit of a Hallmark feel to them, but yet may cross over into the sultry. So it sounds like it'd be a pretty good. It really caught my eye, so I may just to read this. Okay, and so that is it from Ollie's book haul, and once again I'll show you the books. The Wishing Quilt, Virgin River, Temptation Ridge, and Sabotage at Cedar Creek. Yep, so as you can see, I got some pretty good reads from Ollie's, and I may just get, well, I don't know when I'll get around to them because, like I said, my to-be-read list is pretty long, but these are some goodies that I think I'll enjoy, and so, of course, when I finish them, I'll have the review up, but so I just wanted to share my book haul with y'all, and if y'all have an Ollie's in town, or if you ever get a chance to go on, then I suggest maybe checking out the book section and picking you up some goodies for your reading list. So that's it for today. So y'all enjoy yourselves and happy reading.